Welcome to Daytime Ottawa. A great show ahead for this Friday, and we are going to go into the kitchen. A beautiful kitchen, I might add, to food specialist and cookbook author Charmaine Broughton. Charmaine, welcome to the show. Great to see you. And I was telling you off camera, your kitchen looks absolutely fantastic.
Oh, thank you very much. It's a dream kitchen, so I'm delighted to be, recreate.
Let's talk about your latest cookbook.
Yes, delicious and doable recipes for real and everyday life. And let me tell you, I put this kitchen to good use. While developing and testing and eating all of the, what I think are amazing recipes that I think the viewers will be able to recreate with ease. And that was really my whole goal with the book, was to share recipes and methods of cooking that people will be able to recreate with ease. I use a lot of pantry staple items. Many of the recipes are really nutrient dense, but I've got some sinful and delicious ones in there as well.
I love it because sometimes, you pick up a recipe, but it is so complicated. You need so many different things that, and you look in your pantry, you've got none of them. And then you've got to go out and, buy so many things. So I love that it's delicious and doable. So what are we talking about today? As I understand it, specifically sandwiches today.
Yeah, I thought sandwiches are just so easy. As much as I'm a chef and now I'm a cookbook author, I've got my boys are older now, they're in university, but I know what it's like to have a busy home and hungry kids. So sandwiches were always just a real go-to, like on those after-school nights when my kids had basketball or volleyball, or, I was running them around here or there. Sandwiches are just easy, nutritious, and delicious. So the first one is a tuna melt. So I've done like a little twist on it.
Okay.
So I have a couple of cans of tuna, which another great pantry staple. You've got some protein in there, and then I've got some chopped fresh mint and green onions, just to add a nice little kick of freshness. And then another thing that I am adding to it, just for a little bit of crunch and plant protein, is some walnuts. So it just adds a neat texture instead of just kind of like mushy tuna.
No, but it's
I'm not sure if that's the best way to...
No, but it's true. It's refreshing because I think whenever we think of, tuna sandwich, tuna melt, we always make it the same way. And in particular, you mentioned you have kids, I have kids, and they just get so bored with it, right?
Yeah, that's it. So this adds a crunch, plant protein, and we will be avoiding the boredomness. I've also zested some lemon in here just for a nice little zing, and tuna and lemon go really well together. Another thing that I've done just to make it a little bit different is I've got some really good quality aged cheddar, and I like to stir the cheddar into it so it melts throughout. Now, if you loved the cheese melted on top of your tuna melt, you could absolutely do it that way. I just like it throughout. So you stir it all together. And then, you can grab bagels. I've got leftover ciabatta buns, and you want to butter the bread just so when you take a bite of the bread, you get that buttery flavor, and then the tuna. And I like to use the Gailey European-style sea salted butter. It's absolutely delicious. It's made with 100% Canadian milk, and it's just absolutely delicious. 84% milk fat. It's so creamy and delicious.
Nice.
Then into the oven under the broiler they go, and ta-da, you've got these gorgeous tuna melts that your kids won't get bored of.
Looks fantastic. All right, what else do you have next? That looks like you got a beautiful loaf of bread in front of you there.
I do. Okay, so this is my ultimate supper sandwich, and let me tell you, this is one of my family's very favorite suppers. So what you're going to do is you're going to, I call it like a cottage loaf, like a round sourdough or pumpernickel loaf. You're going to cut the top off just as if you were making the like that party spinach dip.
Oh, okay.
You're going to hollow out the bread, and then you are going to fill this with a bunch of leftovers. So if you had leftover deli meat or roasted veg from the night before, if you've got little bits and pieces of spinach or veg, you're going to load it up. And I mean, I have all the recipes up on my website, but this is really a sandwich that is just a great way to use up leftovers. And you're using the bread as a blank canvas, so you can be super creative. But I just want to show how absolutely gorgeous.
Oh my goodness.
Okay?
That
So
looks
absolutely stunning.
amazing.
Yeah.
Oh,
What a great way to get your kids to eat all those veggies. And this can be made the night before or in the morning before you go to work, or even have the kids do it. It's just a matter of assembling, so there's no cooking. This is something that the kids could make after school, if they were obviously like age appropriate.
Yeah.
But if they were, even 8 or 10 years old, they could easily be making this. And it's teaching them a great way to use up leftovers. So this is an absolute go-to in our family. My kids, they're 19 and 20, and they still ask for it.
I've got 60 seconds
just a
left.
go-to.
What do you have lastly there?
Sure. So the last one, I'll have all the recipes up on my website, is my grilled chocolate sandwiches. So you're going to take more of that gaily sea salted butter, stir in some vanilla bean and some orange zest, a little bit of maple syrup. Spread that on your bread as if you were making a real grilled cheese. But instead of the cheese, you're going to add a piece of chocolate, okay?
Oh, my
You're going to
goodness.
grill it up. And literally seconds later, you've got this amazing brunch go-to. Absolutely delicious. A perfect Sunday brunch or, sweet after-school treat dessert.
Couldn't agree more. Again, remind everybody your website because I want to do these recipes myself.
Yes, so it's charmainebroughton.com, and pre-sales of my cookbook will be available November 15th up on my site.
Terrific. Thank you so much. I am so jealous that I'm not there in your kitchen right now. Really appreciate you spending time with us. Don't go anywhere because coming up after the break, we're going to be talking travel tips. Many people considering international travel again. We'll have some great advice for you right after this.